bring me to say that for every wife that nags, it is traceable to the husband. Did you read my lips? Every woman, every wife, any wife you have noticed that she nags, it means that her husband nags. Remember, and the two shall become what? One flesh. Welcome back. I am God, and thank you for joining. And please do subscribe and share this video, and also give it a thumbs up so that other people will get to see it. So many times when we talk about nagging, we tend to look at the women folk. And in this, my channel, I don't talk about one sex over the other. Whatsoever I share here, I balance it. Because there is nobody that is superior. There is no sex that is superior to the other. And that is how God have created it. So, whenever we talk about nagging, or whenever you hear nagging, it is characterized with women. But it's not. It's not. Anybody can nag. Men actually nags. And so today we are going to be looking at why do husbands nag? What are the reasons behind the nagging husband? But before we go ahead, let's quickly take a look at what nagging is. Nagging is a persistent, mild pain or annoyance that you put out on the person that received this nag. This pain is persistent, although it seems to be mild, and it comes with annoyance. So whether the pain is mild or great, pain is pain. Of course, there is no pain that is sweet at all. That is one explanation about nagging. The understanding of what nagging is and how it works, let's quickly look at 10 reasons why husbands nag. 10 reasons why husbands nag. Number one is whenever he allows external influences, information he gets from outside to contrast his internal union with his wife, he nags. When your husband tend to get influenced by the external things, he opens his ears to what people are saying about you, about your relationship with him, about your marriage, about your home, about the way you spend your money, the way you spend your time, the way you dress, whatsoever, everything. And he begins to listen to them. What happened? He will begin to behave contrary to you. And that will make him to begin to nag. That is one reason. One of the reasons why your husband will nag. Number two, anytime there is a shift from family goals and targets, the husband tends to nag. Anytime there is a shift, maybe there has been an agreement, okay, you do this, I do this. Even if he doesn't come up with his own side of the bargain, he tends to look down on it. He tends to cover it. But if his wife falters, he'll begin to nag. Let me give a simple example here, like in school runs. Maybe your husband has said, you should be doing the school runs. And you are doing it. And maybe you have had an agreement that, okay, anytime I'm unable to meet up, you, my husband, can do it. He will agree at first. But when some other things happen, and you, the wife, tend to feel like 1, 2, or 3 times, this man will refuse to see it from your own point of view. He will refuse to understand that, okay, you didn't do this thing willingly. It's as a result of your hands that are full, and you are asking him to do it based on what you have agreed. But he is saying it that should be your duty, forgetting that the children belongs to the both of you. And so whatsoever you both do to yourselves, you are helping yourselves. But no, because he is a nagger, because he has the tendency to nag, he will begin to nag. So because there has been a shift in the family goals and targets. That's number 2 thing that will make a husband to nag, or a man nag. Number 3, whenever faults are not addressed within 24 hours, and it goes beyond 24 hours, the man will begin to nag. And that is why it's advisable for couples, as soon as there is an issue, trash it. trash it out. There are men that can keep malice. They behave, I find it funny when a lot of people will say women keeps a lot of malice. They tend to keep a lot of things in their mind or in their heart, whatever. That may be true, but there are reasons why women do that. But what about the man? All of us are humans, for crying out loud. When there is an issue, your wife has offended you, there is something that has not been done properly, there is a way she has treated you, you don't like it. Oga, talk about it. But when this man doesn't talk about it, and his wife doesn't even know that what she did wasn't okay with him, and she goes about her business, and the man feels that she doesn't even feel the pain, or she doesn't feel it that she has offended me, how will she know? She's not Holy Spirit. So when issues are not being trashed out within 24 hours, nagging will begin to come. Because the man will pile it up after a week, a month, or 2 months. That thing repeats itself. Other things has been happening before then, mind you, then he will pile it up. And a little trigger. That was how you did the other time. The other time you did this, you see him recounting. There are husbands that even go as far as writing record, taking record. They have a booklet, actually, where they write the date, the time, the place, the thing, the incidents that happen. And that will make a husband. That is one of the things that make a husband to nag. Number 4, nagging is also triggered whenever the man begins to suspect his wife. This is one of the, how will I put it, or trickiest things that causes nagging. You begin to suspect your wife. Every move she makes, you suspect it. When she's on the phone and she's laughing, oh, forget, my dear, I enjoyed it. That meal was sumptuous. He concludes that the wife is discussing or chatting away with one of her numerous lovers, like some of them will put it. Even in the Christendom, remember I'm talking from our perspective here. Then he'll begin to nag. Why is she always happy? Why is she always on her phone? Why does her phone not leave her space? Suspicion. That is, there is no longer trust. You begin to nag. The husband will begin to nag. Number 5, whenever he feels that his ego is threatened, that is his feeling anyway. It is not your feeling, it is his feeling. He feels that his strength as a man, his headship has been threatened. It's not as if you threaten it, but he himself feels it. So be careful what you feel, because your feeling most times are not true. So when the man feels like that, he begins to threaten, and no wonder some men will tell you the reason I treat my wife the way I treat her is because she receives more salary than me, her business does better than mine, and so if I don't shout at her, if I don't give her order, if I say let me do this and do this to help her, she will trample on my ego. Because I'm the man of the house, I have to stand up. That doesn't make you, when you behave like that, it makes you less of a man instead of being a man. A real man does not fight for all of these things. A real man shows love as Christ would. That is number 5 thing that will make a husband to nag. Number 6, whenever he feels that he does not receive a commensurate compliment for the things he does for his wife. There are husbands that when they buy their wife pen, the woman should shout, "Oh, so lovely, I like it, honey, oh, God bless you." Lie down, let her lie down and roll herself on the floor. When he buys her slippers, oh my God, she should go all over the neighborhood and announce it. The next morning, she should wake up with a cold cup of milk to say, "I want to thank you for yesterday." After 1 week, she should still be thanking him. Different stroke for different folks. So when he feels that you don't give him the kind of compliment he deserves, remember, that's why I said it in the previous point, that it is his feeling, and your feelings can never be right all of the time. So why? That is one of the things that will make a man nag. She's not appreciative. Number 7, sex issues. It cannot be over exaggerated. Sex issues surrounding sex, whether the wife is complaining that the husband is not satisfying her, or the man is complaining that his wife is not satisfying him, or he doesn't get sex when he's supposed to get sex, whatsoever, anything you know that boils around sex issues can cause nagging. Number 8, parent-children relationship can cause nagging. When the children are drawn more to the wife, the man says, my wife has turned my children against me. Are you for real? Check out the video I did on my channel. I titled it Dear Men. Go and listen to that video. If you have not watched it, go to my card and watch it, so that you see the reason why you behave that way. So this is one of the things that can cause nagging, that will make a man begin to nag. Number 9, when he feels he's not getting enough attention from his wife, he nags. Now my question will be, how much of attention is enough? Give that answer to yourself. How much of attention is enough? So this is one of the things that can also make a man to nag. Then number 10, whenever he feels his wife is naggy, and he opens his mouth to call his wife a nagging wife, without actually knowing that the wife is acting his characters out to him, he nags again. Did you see that complication? So that will bring me to say that for every wife that nags, it is traceable to the husband. Did you read my lips? Every woman, every wife, any wife you have noticed that she nags, it means that her husband nags. Remember, and the two shall become what? One flesh. Of course, she is reproducing you. It is what you have poured into her that she's also what? Giving you back. You have planted that seed. It will germinate, right? And when it germinates, it will produce fruit. So when you call your wife that she's a nagging wife, you are not free. You are guilty as charged. So as a husband, when next you want to call your wife a nagging wife, sit down and check yourself. Go through all of these points. Are they present in you? If they are, you need to work on yourself. Because there is something that is common with the whole of this point. What is that? Selfishness. So I will wrap it up to say that husbands that nag, the reason why any husband will nag is because he is a selfish husband. He is self-centered husband. So everything is about himself, and for himself. So if you can just do away with selfishness and begin to prioritize your partner's everything, need, want, attention, whatsoever it is, just like the way you prioritize your own, then there will be no need for nagging. And I pray